Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at the equations of horizontal and vertical lines, so straight up and down or left and right like you see up on the screen right here. Just a reminder, this is the full lesson version, so we're going to go step by step with a bunch of examples. If you'd like the short version where we just cover the main ideas pretty quickly, I will link that in the description below. So this graph on the left is a vertical line up and down. And this graph on the right is a horizontal line. Think of the horizon, okay, going from left to right. Vertical up and down, horizontal left and right. Now, I have this phrase down here at the bottom. The line crosses the blank axis at blank. So by the line, I'm talking about this purple line, right? So the purple line crosses the, and remember, this line is your x-axis. You can see it labeled right here. That's the x-axis. And this line is your y-axis. That's true of any graph. So this purple line crosses the x-axis, right, because it goes over the x-axis. And what number does it cross it at? Well, it crosses it at 4, okay? And so the equation of this line is just x equals 4. For this problem on the right, this blue line crosses the, this time this one crosses the y-axis, and what number is it? -2. So my equation is y equals -2, and that's it. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, this line crosses the y-axis at 1, so your answer is y equals 1. And for the second problem, this line crosses the x-axis at -60, so your answer is x equals -60. Now for this one, okay, it looks a little funky. First off, notice the blue line is on the x-axis. All right, it's on the x-axis, but the question we've been asking is, the blue line crosses which axis? It's on the x-axis, but it's crossing the y-axis, okay? And it crosses it at 0, all right? Because right there in the middle is 0. So the equation is just y equals 0. All right, it's time to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try this problem on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answer. Okay, now that you've had time to work this problem, let's check your answer. For this problem, it crosses the x-axis at 0. All right, the last type of problem you'll get in this lesson is, instead of giving you a graph, they're going to give you words, right? It's like reverse. They give you the answer. So it says, is the graph of this equation a horizontal or vertical line? So for y equals 4, you have to think, okay, this line is crossing the y-axis at +4, so somewhere up here, right? And so it is going to be a horizontal line, right? Left and right. Crosses the y-axis at 4, so it's a horizontal line. All right, it's time to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, you know it crosses the x-axis. Remember, this is the x-axis at -400. And so this would be a vertical line. For this last problem, it crosses the y-axis at 0. So it's going to go like this, right? It's going to be right on top of the x-axis, coming across the y-axis like this, okay? And so this is a horizontal line. And that is all for today. I hope you'll have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.